about 6,000-7,000. So that 10 I've done, I've doubled their goods in the next market. And I said, let me tell you, that is the difference between my coming to Enugu and going back to Lagos. You have changed other people's life. And there's no impact it would have made where I sat in that place. The other one did not add anything to me or remove anything from me. Except a feeling that I feel I shouldn't sit with people I'm supposed to sit with, or those people are second class citizens, which is what you normally hear. You said, no, you don't belong to the same place as well. Where do you belong? If you are from a poor country, you're poor. No matter how rich you are, you're a poor person.
So guys, this is Peter Obi, the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, which a lot of people have criticized his lifestyle, but he chooses to live it. And this man lives truly a humble life that a lot of our politicians cannot do it. Imagine him wrapping food for himself to eat in the afternoon in the kitchen, and he prepared coffee for the security and for the guest he has. All right, so even the person interviewing him here, he's made mention of the shoe. I mean, because Peter Obi in his own public interview, he's made mention of his shoe, that he has 2 shoes, and truly there are only 2 shoes there and 2 sports shoes. You know, how many of our politicians can be this? You will see their house are like palace. If you see their exotic cars, and they don't think about any other person except themselves and their family. But this is not the case of Mr. Peter Obi. We needed this man to restructure himself. Some of you will criticize this fact, right? That it's not about coming to teaching yourself that maybe you're a good man. Yes, but how many of them that we claim we are looking at that can do this is doing? And in fact, his total lifestyle is different. Just like those of these politicians cannot come and criticize him. No, his interview is saying no one has come out openly. All those we hear is allegation, but he's still in place. You understand? So let me allow you to watch the video. Please share this video and then like, comment.
Is that the food is what you wrap with sellotape?
That's the only, yes. I said because I put it in the car, put it in a warm thing, then sellotape it. Because I don't eat before 1. Okay. So 1 o'clock now I'm going from 1. I have about 6 funerals today.
Wow.
I go from 1 to the other. I'm starting from Canal. And 1 is the cheapest place. I go from 1 place to the other. And I don't eat at funerals.
Actually not meant to be. I mean, it's personally I think it's a given. I think it's a given not to. You know, it's also a personal decision.
It's a personal decision. And I don't believe that people should educate people when they've lost somebody.
Exactly.
When you're grieving, you should be the one that says, come, my kitchen. But I don't question those who do it, because it's not for me to question them.
Let me digress a little bit. You know, in one of the interviews you granted, you said you only had 1 or 2 shoes, and from what I can see here, I mean, I'm just digressing. Do not be offended. I can see 2 sports shoes here,
Yes.
and as usual, and 2 Marks and Spencer shoes.
Yes.
Wow.
It's very simple. Let me tell you. When I say people think it's anything, these shoes are in the shop.
Yeah.
If you go to Marks and Spencer,
They are there. The prices are there.
The prices are there and everything's there. So when people go and pack it and put it in their hands, I laugh. Let me take a talk of my hand. This is my room. So you see that you will see another one. So when you pack all these things and put in your every place, so everywhere is shoe, everywhere is watch, everywhere is no. You don't need them. It's a different thing if they're no longer in the shop. And you say, okay, because they're running out of it, let me pack it and go and keep it in my house. But for something that is available and is there, you're going to pack it in your house, occupy space, and that's why they need 10 rooms, 8 rooms. No, I need the only 2 rooms. The only thing that you see here is book.
Bible.
Yes. You can see so many different Bibles.
Yes. And your rosaries as well.
And my rosaries all over the place. You just pray, think, read, that's it. Nothing else.
Now, I mean, something caught my attention. Now, this is a book written by Okonjo-Iweala.
Yes.
Fighting corruption is dangerous. I think in this book, I read the book. And in reading the book, I can't remember the chapter, but if I glance through, I will see. But one of the striking things was, everybody complains that Nigeria has no money. But in this book, you were mentioned as one of those, actually the champion of someone who was saying, let us save money. And everybody, and others, those who are shouting we don't have money are those that went to court.
Let me tell you, no, what was there was page 61. It was an argument about savings. Because while I was crying towards the governors and everything, let's save money. And everybody said no, and shouting at that. I said, why can't we save money? This is the only country that I know that have oil or call it any assets that is diminishing that doesn't save.
Depreciating assets.
Depreciating assets.
Yeah.
Every depreciating assets you're meant to save because it's not going to be there
Forever.
Mm-hmm. That is why from Norway to everywhere, we're not saving. Mm-hmm. So what the argument was about saving money. And I keep saying it. There's no reason why this country should not make a law now and say, oh, we must save money. You know what people tell me? Oh, we are borrowing. We can't save. I say, listen, it doesn't matter. That even Norway, with 1.something trillion sovereign wealth fund, my brother, their debt to GDP is still about 40%. So there's nothing wrong. You can be borrowing. Japan that is the debt to GDP of over 200%. You can say that it's one of the most indebted first world. They still have up to 2 trillion American treasury bonds or investments.
So, but the question is, what to do with the money? But it appears here we borrow to share, or rather to, as the case it is now,
Maybe one day we'll make an official interview and I'll tell you about borrowing him. Now we're just drinking coffee.
Let's start with the coffee. Thank you very much.
I have enough money because it was my personal money
yes.
that I used. And support of changing many Anambra State people who I can call names. Then, of course, my election was based on I did this, allow me to finish it. Suddenly, the whole thing has changed where you now have to queue up in my own village and pay people. No way, I can't do it.
Pay people to vote.
To vote. I can't do it.
That's insane.
It doesn't, just like he has done in the judiciary. In this state, Ngige was hosting 5 tribunal judges. Quote me, documented. 5 of Ngige was their host. They were in court for 3 years and gave judgment in my favor. I went to Court of Appeal in Enugu. I got judgment. One of the judges I remember very well that wrote judgment in my favor. 5 of the judges was Amina Agi, who is now in Supreme Court. I never met her till about 2 or 3 years while I was in government. I came to the airport one day, he told to check into British. She was going to Nigeria, I was coming back in Nigeria. And he said, Mr. Obi. And I turned and she told me who she is. I never gave her even, what do I call, pure water. When she wrote that judgment. When I did my interpretation, when I was impeached, the judge who brought me back in Anambra State here, I didn't give her 1 kobo. She later became the chief judge. The person I went to at Court of Appeal, Ogebe, wrote my judgment to come back. I never met Ogebe until when she retired from Supreme Court. When I went for an interpretation with Andy Oba, none of the Supreme Court judges did I ever had a discussion with. or met before the judgment. So when I hear what is happening in our country, I'm worried.
It must worry every concern.
I'm worried that people come to talk to you, not how we can better the country, not how can, but how it's going to benefit them, the new land they're going to buy, with this, that. I said, listen, mine is how do we get the poor person in this country to live? You know, how do they live? How do you want, you know, everybody just want to make billion. Do we ever think about how are the schools going to work?